got the Seahawks leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Bears, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in off the extended break from the bye. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Seattle.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So if he moves you,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here comes. Now, as the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his tight end fan.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and
1. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. One play action, Fields. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be a... staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 9 yards that time. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Fields. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Here's Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Sky Moore.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Well, they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Pace. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? To put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Will be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Fields on 3rd down. And again back to Kmet. And he will have the Bears' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
Touchdown, Bears!
Sky Moore.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Seahawks take back over. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot at the playoff.
So, roughing the passer penalty, never...
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throw out wide to Walker. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Justin Fields and the rest of the Chicago offense. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
And some room to work. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On first down, Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here's Fields now on second down. That pass complete to Moore.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosive.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. Well, indeed trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to our...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
2nd and 3. Will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. It's taken to the 26. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Dancing to his left. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
To throw is Fields.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, it's Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Second and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Walker with another carry.
Oh, nice move. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
The 3rd quarter hasn't been so kind to him or them. They were winning at halftime, now down. Maybe he needs to get going, get this spark back.
It probably felt pretty easy in the first half. You know, not easy like they can do whatever they want, but they were locked in. Things were going well. Whatever changes were made by the defensive side, they're winning with them right now. As you said, they've got to find that spark, maybe make some changes themselves on offense.
Right now they're clamping down on him in the run game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
Now they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Well, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks. But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. pace. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here's Fields.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On second, here's Algier.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
First throw in overtime by Fields. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Algier now up the middle.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. Off play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
back to throw. Fields.
Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Escaping and this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Chicago, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.